Now then guys, welcome back to the channel. So on today's little episode, what I want to try and do is get the new ECU sorted, which means sort out all the focus ECU, well, as in switches for the fan, the rain light, fuel and you know, stuff like that. Try and sort out the main ECU, which I've just got from Portugal. So yeah, that's on the agenda today. Also, I'm off to Allwoods in Newark to fetch some distilled water and some ball joints, wishbone ball joints, because I think they're starting to knock a little bit. So yeah, get some distilled water to go with my VP Racing water wetter, which is like super coolant. Basically, it keeps the coolant even cooler than it already is. Massive thanks to Matt Lewis Racing for that, and Project Zero Racing for helping me out to find Matt Lewis Racing. So yeah, thanks a lot guys. So yeah, that'll help towards the battle of coolings. But that's pretty much it. So I'll update you, I guess, when I get to Allwoods in Newark, and then yeah, that'll be that. I'll see you at home. Okay then guys, so I've picked up my stuff. I've got 2 ball joints, 2 deionized water, and I've got a MAF. The reason why I've got a MAF is because I don't run a MAF at the minute, and I don't think the new ECU will like the fact that I've not got a MAF, so I've got to run a MAF just to make it run, I think. So yeah, nearly home now, so just passing these traffic lights and then I'll be home, so I'll see you in a minute. Continuity check. I've had a haircut and I've changed since the last thing. I've just not had time to do anything to it. So, just give you a quick update as to where we're at. Excuse the mess in here, because it is a mess. Proper mess. You're going to need a repaint and everything. But so that is everything for the Focus ECU now. Literally, we've got like 3 fuses. Now obviously you've got the fuse board down there, but you've got like 3 main fuses of what I use. So it's for the headlights, brake lights, all the lights, the starter, flashy lights, horn, and obviously the kill switches there. I need to run this, unfortunately. It's for the indicators. That is basically it for the Focus ECU. So now I need to move on to the Fiesta ECU. Nice. Here, these are basically pretty much all the modules I've took out. So we've got rid of the control module, the clocks. I need the face, but we've got rid of the clocks. Bluetooth, I know there's an airbag thing over there somewhere. A hell of a lot more wires. All the fuses in the engine bay, they're gone now. You've got stuff like the key reader and all the other key readers, and then the BCM or PCM, whatever that is. But yeah, all in all, I've lost about 25, easily a bag of cement of weight, and we're going to replace it. Well, I'll show you. So this is my new ECU, yet to be opened. Hope it's in there. Doesn't feel like it is. And then this mess here. So you got the engine box fuse, engine bay fuse box. Yeah, you got the main ECU there. You got all these fucking wires, and the box is deep, man. And then you got the interior fuse box there. All that can go. Literally all of it's gone. Didn't replace for that. So we'll open this now. Have a look what's inside, and then go from there. Yeah. Watch me cut all the wires now. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Everything's so difficult when you're doing it one-handed. Respect to all the amputees out there. So here we go. Look at that. That is it. That is madness. Okay, Okay, let's get it out in the sunlight where we can see what's going on. Spread it out and then go from there and see what happens. I will add, obviously this isn't all of it. I've gone for a, well obviously it is all the ECU, but for the clocks wise, I'm not going to run standard. I think I'm going to run an iPad with like an app you can get with Bluetooth through the OBD. So I'll still get all my main, you know, oil temperature, oil pressure, all that kind of crap, because it's going to go through the sorry, I'm lost here. It's going to go through the OBD. I'll be gladly getting rid of this. Well, not gladly, because it's been really good. So this is what I had originally. Weighs quite a bit, to be fair. So that's got my oil pressure, oil temp, boost, and water temp, and then obviously all the wires that came with it. So that's going to be a big wire delete, you know, as it is, sort of thing. I will be keeping the cigarette lighter though, because I need to charge that from my iPad. So I need to take that out of there. But yeah, some more wires that I don't need. I think most of that's from the Focus ECU actually, that I've decided I don't need. But yeah, okay, back to the box. I've just unboxed it, just unwrapped it, and this is it. So it's pretty self-explanatory, to be fair. That's the OBD. That's the throttle pedal. Not too sure what that is, I need to look into that. But it says warranty void if it's removed, so I best not do that. That is for the engine to, and from the inside ECU, interior ECU to the engine ECU. That one is, I've seen that plug, but I'm not too sure what it's for. I'm going to plug it in obviously. This is all the fuses I need, so there'd be relay 1 for ignition, relay 2 for something else, and then they've got a nice little fuse box cover for there. That, again, I'm not too sure what that is. And then obviously live and an earth. So that is it. That is all I've needed. So it's the difference between this, and all that shite in that box. I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place. So I got this off eBay, off a company in Portugal. Yeah, as I say, it comes with instructions. It should be pretty straightforward. So I'm going to dive into it in a second. I'll just clean up the car because it is a bit of a mess at the minute. You're working in a clean area, you know, you're going to work better, aren't you? So yeah, pretty straightforward looking. Let's find out what this thing's for. Well, that one's told me to fuck off, basically. Come here, you bastard. So just going through what is what. Engine ECU, obviously. What is C then? Where's C? Let's see. Engine. Well, it's the ECU connector. Was one of the ECU connectors, isn't it? So that's the fuse, relay 2, fuel pump relay. To be fair, I don't even need that because I've got my own fuel pump system. So that should be pretty easy. I only need it for the ignition, really. So relay 2 is a spare relay. Not that I'll ever need to change it, but God, one-handed is hard work, boys and girls. Okay, so that's the OBD CAN bus controller. Okay, so these are extra functions that we've. Okay, fair enough. So it'll run without it, but it says don't remove it, otherwise it'll avoid your warranty. And it's like I think there's a 2-year warranty on it. I can't remember. The CAN bus controller has an extra warning function that prevents the engine from overheating. Okay, cool. Sweet. Yeah, so what's this then? I think it's for a cooling fan. You can install. Again, I won't need that because I've got my own fan on my own switch. Again, I don't need that because I've got my own fuel system. That's interesting. I've always run my car at 3.5 bar, and that says run it in 4.5 bar. So I might try that once it's running. I might turn her up, see what happens. I mean, I suppose it kind of makes sense because the last couple of track days, for some reason, it gets to a quarter of a tank. I mean, I've not had it all year, so it wouldn't make sense. But the last couple of track days, I've ran it below quarter of a tank, and for some reason, I've been running out of fuel, and I've been wondering why I've been running out of fuel, but I have been. But yeah, that might be the reason. Might not be enough fuel pressure in the system. But yeah, I'll change that once the ECU's in. But I think for now, I think we should start putting all this together. Oh yeah, FYI, I wear Crocs. Don't care. Comfy as hell. And I'm bald, so. Okay, so the first things I need to do is, I guess, unravel it. And then I need to place, probably should have kept that zip tied for the time being. Nope, never mind, come on. Yeah, I need to place everything like throttle pedal, OBD, fuse board and engine ECU plugs to the relevant places, otherwise I don't want to zip tie it all up and then realise that my throttle pedal, for example, is on the other side. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly do that. And then yeah, we'll crack on. Oh, I figured out what that plug's for. Obviously, the ECU has two plugs, two big plugs. One of them's for that, and then the other one is already in the engine bay. Basically, the only one in the engine bay is for literally just the throttle pedal. The rest of it is, from what it says, is useless. So yeah, the other one obviously controls the rest of it. But yeah, I'll just quickly sort this out. And then, yeah, I'll show you the final result. I've been cracking on a little bit. Basically what I've done is I've got a bit of metal, must be about 1 mil thick, just to make sure it's nice, well 2 mil thick, just to make sure it's nice and strong. Made myself two brackets for the Ford Focus dash to iPad conversion thing that I've done. So here it is. So obviously I've got a bar there that's been twisted and shaped to fit a nut there, and the same on that side, bar twisted and shaped just to fit that side. This is now tight. It is literally, I mean this is only the rubber case, but this is literally tight as anything now. Once the iPad's in, it makes it stiffer. What I am going to do though is, obviously I've tightened it here now, it's engraved a little bit, which is exactly what I want it to do. But the actual hex, now it's tight, I'm going to grind off just so it's flush with the rest of it. I don't know if you can see that it's indented a little bit. So I'm going to grind that flush just so the iPad can actually sit in the case still. And then I should, in theory, have a very solid iPad case. The reason why I've angled it down, obviously I've had to do a bit of chopping here as well, but you won't see that when the thing's in. The reason I've angled it down is when I had it facing directly towards me, all I could see is my face, and yeah, it's not a pretty sight at the best of times. So I'm going to take it off. I'll just show you underneath it quick. So I don't know if you can see that. Just two big old brackets, and as I say, it is solid. So what I'm going to do now is just take it all off, grind these heads off. And then when the rain stops, I'm going to give it a quick test fit. So what I've done is I've grinded the heads down, you can tell. I've just left a little bit on just in case I have to yeet it again one day. Fitted it back in there, that seems fine. It seems flush enough for the iPad to go in, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'll put you here so you can see what I'm doing. There. Pop in, he says nervously. So I've done that, I've grinded the bolts down, I've plumbed it in, I've got the iPad in, it is now solid, it's not going anywhere, it's probably more sturdy than my previous dash, and it looks like this. Hang on, I'll just open the tablet, so when I'm driving it should look something similar to that, which I think is sick. Once I've got my my app up there, I think that'll be spot on. I've still got room to lock it if I ever need to. I mean, it turns off after half an hour anyway without an app on, so that's fine. And I've got room to put my charger in still, which will be you know, a definite need. So I think what I'm going to do now is just put the surrounding. I'll try and put it in the dash, in the actual car itself, see if it all fits. Hopefully it does. And then yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm going to chuck it in now, and I'll show you what it looks like. For another couple of days, I've been really busy at work, so I've not been able to actually like crack on and do things. It's like 2 days or 1.5 days now till Ford Fair. I do want the car there. That would be really nice. The way it's looking in the minute is pretty slim, but I've got a list of jobs to do I'm going to knock through. Obviously you know some of them. What's happened with the ECU is it's all in. We've got the dash in. It's all the ignition comes on, so I 100% think that the actual car will start. So I've tidied all that up. The iPad I've got actually doesn't work. We tested it on the Mondeo that I'm in now, and obviously the Focus, and none of it works. However, it does work on my iPhone. So that's a bit of a shitty thing. So I'm going to CEX or whatever you call it, SEX or whatever it is, tomorrow to, I think, swap the iPad for an Android, because apparently Androids work. iOS are a bit fiddly about this, so as long as the dash works, honestly I couldn't care less what it is as long as the dash works, because at the minute I can't read my fuel, I can't read oil temperature, water temperature, you know, boost pressure, anything like that. It's a little bit, you know, sketchy, especially if I'm going to be driving on Silverstone circuit. I kind of want to be knowing what the hell's going on, especially fuel with what's gone on recently. So that's one thing. Obviously I'm on the way to my mate's garage at the minute. On the way to my mate's garage at the minute. He's going to sort out all these tyres. I've also got my splitter with me. I don't know if you can see it just there. Yeah, I need to, hopefully, I've not told him yet, which is a little bit cheeky, but I've not told him yet, but I need some like kind of bar welding for like a brace for my splitter, because I used to have a bar going straight down from the crash bar into the splitter, which used to hold the splitter like lovely, but since fitting the bigger intercooler, I can't run that bar because the bigger intercooler is actually too thick and it gets in the way. So what I'm thinking is like a strut brace almost. I've cut the bars up and they literally just need like welding together, and then I'm going to put some riv nuts in the bar that we're hopefully welding and making. So it'll be from chassis to bar to splitter, and it will be like really strong, and I should be able to stand on it again. So that's what we're doing tonight. There's a couple of other things I need to do. I still need to do the wishbones. I still need to do brake pads, because DS2500s I got in a minute are just fucking shit. Just ran some over. But yeah, they're pretty shit. So I'm going to change it to some Mintex M144 or M15, I don't know what they are, whatever they are. They're supposed to be a little bit better. I did run them in the race series last year and they were perfect, so I'm going to put them in. What else we got? I don't know, it's too much running from here. They've got my list at home, so I'll update you. I'll update you when we get to Ryan's. Nice day all day today, and then as soon as I go to get the stuff out of my car, what the fuck, mate? This better not last, because I've got so much shit to do in so little time. Fucking hell, it's getting heavier.